For sure.
All right. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cody Mack here with What's the Word. I'm here with a very special guest, none other than the homie Josh K.
My dog was good.
What's going on, brother? How you feeling today?
Yeah, bro, chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's a busy day today.
Oh, man, it's a special day today, man.
Yeah. I'm excited, though.
No, so why is it a special day? I'm going to let you tell us why it's a special day.
I got my birthday party / album signing / listening party. So, you know, got Fab coming in, Fendi coming in, a bunch of Chicago. You know, Chicago going to be in the building, so I'm just really excited about it.
Oh, so we lit today then, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We got Cody in the building, you know what I'm saying?
I always gotta show my support, man.
Yeah.
I always gotta show my support. All right, so like a lot of my interviews, it'd be more so like conversations. It don't really be like, oh man, you know, simple interviews you're gonna get to. So I don't know if you've seen any of them, but we like to talk. We gonna keep it unfiltered, right?
Keep it funny.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you, the first time I got up on you was it the Black Balloons project?
Yeah. That's the kind of project that kind of like,
huh?
Like that kind of like introduced me to a lot of people.
Yeah, that was the first time I seen everything you had going on. I want to say you had the joint with Safari on that too, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say the day Safari was in town to shoot the video, he had came to the radio station at Power 92.
Word. Yeah, I was with him.
You was with him?
No, I went to one with him at GCI.
Yeah,
I wasn't at Power 92.
Okay, you was with the ops. No, shout out to GCI, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big bro Tone Capone up there. He holding it down. I'm just talking shit. But yeah, he had came to Power 92 and I recorded an interview. This is like before I became a manager. It's like my intern days, right? And I recorded an interview and looked on social media. Okay, he doing a video with you. I started looking more to your music. I'm like, I fuck with dude. He from the crib, so that's what's up. So, I guess I want to say is, man, like from who the hell is Josh K?
Right, shit.
I'm trying to be politically correct and shit. Like,
I mean, for niggas that don't know me, it's like I'm just like, you know, I'm a chill dude, but I'm an R&B singer from the crib, just trying to put on for the R&B side, but like hip hop R&B side, you know what I'm saying? Not like traditional R&B, like the traditional like Avants and shit like that. I'm trying to like bring the wavy side, but also with the R&B. Man, I've been doing this shit for a long time, man. Even with Safari, when I first brought Safari out here, like he was fresh out the breakup with Nicki, where nobody fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? I ended up building that relationship with him. I brought him out here on my own dime. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know I still fuck with him since that time. But yeah, you know, going back to Black Balloon, that's kind of the joint that kind of like, you know, put me more in the public eye. Shout out to Fab for that, because that's the first time we linked up on something that was mine. You know what I'm saying? So. That's really who I am, G. Just a humble dude, just trying to earn my shit the right way, earn my stripes the right way with no handouts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's thorough. I fuck with that. Now I know you just said like you was the first person to kind of fuck with Safari after the Nicki shit. Like how did you make that connection?
Man, really through email. Like he had an email listed somewhere. I don't know exactly what email how I got it, but I sent the nigga an email like, yo, I got this joint right here. I think you'll fuck with it. You wanna hop on it? And he responded back. You know, so I had my credits in my email and shit. He responded back like, yeah, for sure, send it. You know what I'm saying? So I sent it through. And nigga hopped on and sent it back. You know, I was like, let's do a video. And he's like, all right, cool.
And then you paid him to come out here?
I just flew him out here, and then I got him a booking at a club. I paid his plane ticket to come out here, and then I just got him a booking at the club, and then just was rocking with him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so the feature was free?
Yeah.
Damn, shout out to Safari.
Yeah, he gave it to me for the love.
Okay, so what type of I be having to make sure shit recording. I'm in here by myself, no assistant, no team.
We gonna make it do what it do. We gonna make it happen.
But what type of like what was the conversations like with you and Safari? You know what I mean? Because at this time, what's this like 2016? So this
2016.
like when shit happening, shit starting to happen for you, but it's like you still knowing the game. So like what type of advice did he give you?
Man, he was really just, you know what I'm saying? He was like, just stay true to yourself. And he's like, this shit can get ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is facts.
Real fast. You know, he was with Nicki all the time. So he said, shit can get ugly, you know what I'm saying? And niggas a smile on your face. And you know how I go. And he was just giving me that advice. And I really took heed to it. But yeah, he showed me love. I still talk to him all the time. You know what I'm saying? He doing way better now. Got a crazy crib. He's doing good, man.
Fire doing this thing. He one of the funniest people on Instagram.
Man, he funny, but how he is on Instagram is how he is in real life. He don't switch up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's real. That's real. So I'm gonna take it back down to that Black Balloon 2016 because this is what I was trying to transition to before I caught the brain fart earlier. I wanted to reach out to you and do an interview with you back then, just connect with, see what you had going on. But then I looked up and you was in LA. So seeing that you was gaining success in the crib in here in Chicago, what made you go to LA?
Man, the whole LA situation was crazy because, you know, you said you see out of ops. Like I had like an opportunity to have like a radio show there on the weekends, but you know, it was offered to me when I had already like set everything up to move to LA. Like I was moving to LA like 3 days later, but they had offered it to me that you know what I'm saying, 3 days prior to me moving to LA. So I was in a dilemma, like, do I want to do this or should I go to LA? You know what I'm saying? And I really I was gonna do it at first because it was gonna be a dope opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, you know, my passion is music, and I don't want to take somebody else's passion away to get that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Their passion might be to be, you know, VJ on the air, which is dope as hell. You know what I'm saying? And that's not my dream. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to take somebody else's dream away of getting an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So I kindly turned it down. But just fast forward to I went to LA is because I ended up when I released the Black Balloon, I ended up catching wind to some guys over at Atlantic. So his name's, you know, if you know, familiar with Success. Yeah. Success over at Atlantic. So I was ended up being managed by them. And then I was finna sign with like Epic and shit. And then the whole LA Reid situation happened. But that's how I ended up going to LA. Just because of that whole situation. I was fucking with the Atlantic people. I was recording in studios. I was about to sign to Epic. But then that whole LA Reid shit happened. I was just like, nah, because everybody left the building. So I would have been in the building with niggas that didn't bring you in. I would have been stuck, shelf.
So, all right, so for the audience at the crib that probably really don't even know what that mean, what you just said right there, like what does it mean and why is that a significance not to sign in that time?
Man, if you don't know, it's important because you want to have the people in the building that brought you in the building because it ain't gonna be no movement if they not there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Say Cody bring me in the building, he my A&R, so he the one that's pushing for me, he rooting for me, he gonna make sure I get my budgets. He gonna make sure, you know, I get what I need. If he gone, I'ma just assign to the next nigga that's there. And he might not have believed in me. He's not the person that brought me in there, so he gonna be like, well, I'm gonna make sure my artist that I brought in is good first, and then if I had time or if I got something left over, I'll give it to you. And they not gonna be too concerned with me because they ain't bring me in. But I'm signed to the label and they still got a job to do, so I'm not gonna get the looks as if they artist was there. They would get the looks, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I had to get it. I was just like, no.
So you made the decision not to do that. So you out in LA, you know what I mean? You about to get signed, you know, the deal didn't go through. So now what? Because without that, you just out there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just out there. I end up motherfucking having to get a job at Toys R Us. I was working at Toys R Us. I remember one time I had to go to work. I ended up going to Jeremiah's crib because I latched on to him. That's my dog, and that's why, because he kind of like took me under his wing when I was in LA. Like he let me slide through, and that's kind of where I was at most of the time because I didn't really know niggas in LA. You know, LA kind of weird. You know, if you ain't somebody out there, or I don't know, LA just a lot of weird individuals in LA. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
I ended up being that. Yeah, you know, being from Chicago, I'm just too real for LA.
Right.
But I used to go to his crib all the time. Everybody come through there. Like I met Master P there. Like you know Jeremiah. Everybody know him. So I would go to his crib a lot. And I remember one day, like we was short like our engineer. I can engineer on the Pro Tools side. I'm nice with it. I just don't like to do it often. So I was engineering, and it was like 4 a.m. I'm like, man, Jay, I gotta go to work. He like, where? I like work. He like a real job. I'm like, yeah, man, I gotta go to Toys R Us. You know what I'm saying? Being 100. I'm out here in LA. It's expensive as hell. The whole situation ain't go through. So he was like, man, just, you know what I'm saying, call off. I'll take care of you for the day. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a situation that I was in. I was grinding out there. It wasn't sweet for me. Fortunately, I ended up leaving LA because I ended up doing a theater play tour with Monique, the barbershop tour. So I got picked up for that, and that's kind of why I ended up leaving LA. But it was hard out there, shit.
I can only imagine LA be motherfuckers like out there fresh as hell, no furniture, all type of shit, bro.
Man, Birkin bag with nothing in it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot of finesse in LA. You know what I'm saying? People think Chicago the finesse capital, but shit, it's really LA to me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like what's a crazy incident that happened to you out there on a finesse tip? Just
so Love and Hip Hop was gonna come to Chicago at one point. So they was trying to like cast me and my lady. So we did a whole interview, a whole process, and we didn't know if we wanted to do it or not, but we still went through the process. So they had us pull up to a couple of like events. One event like a lyric was performing at, and I ended up bumping into like what's her name, Brooke, whatever her name, Brooke and Marcus.
They from the crib?
I think Marcus from the crib. But I don't know where Brooke from. But they was on Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? So we had an event.
Okay, I know Mark. You talking about Marcus? Yeah.
So we had an event. We ended up, you know what I'm saying? We ended up with them chopping up with them. Woo. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. It's all good. Woo. And then I ended up going to who was it? Yanni. This dude named Yanni, producer in LA. I went going to his birthday party. Seen them niggas. They act like they ain't know us the next day. You know what I'm saying? That's just like on some LA shit. That's how LA be. Yeah. That's how LA is, though. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get in your feelings about it. You will once you get out there. You can be like, damn. But the longer you stay out there, you kind of realize that's just how it is. And you can't even. Just gotta go with the flow.
That shit goofy.
It is.
That's real goofy. I just can't see like me being from Chicago, you from being out this way. It's like we just don't get down like that.
That's just it's not. We built different. That's why I say I'm too Chicago for that. Yeah, like Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So
that's. So what's some good parts about being out there? You know, you kicking it with Jeremiah. Like, what's some good stories? Like,
yeah, I got to get in the studio with Jeremiah a lot. Got to link with my homie Tech Beast. He went on Tech. We working with Dre a lot. You know what I'm saying? I linked with him early in his career. Got introduced to Yanni. You know, the weather nice out there. It's just it's a vibe. It's not all bad, but it's just like I say, it's just too weird for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as in the sense of just the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real individual. I'm a humble individual, so I just can't deal with like, you know, fakeness. That's like me being here, like smiling in your face, doing this interview, and then I see you in public. I'm just like, man, fuck, dude. You know what I'm saying? No,
that's valid. I'm actually want to get into that too because it's some other. I did my research on you. That's like what I do. I do my research before I do these interviews. Yeah. All right, so keeping it on the LA, we want to talk about having mentors in this game, right? Yeah. I think you say Tank was one of your mentors, right?
Yeah.
So, like, what are some things that Tank taught you?
Man, Tank was just talking about live performing. You know what I'm saying? Like, have fun when I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? Engage with the people. Like, crack jokes. Like, be real. Like, how I am with you right now. You could be like that on stage. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what Tank taught me. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to him like 3 days ago because I've been trying to get him on the record forever. I've been trying to get Tank on the record for like 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So he finally hit me back like, yo, it's time. Like, come on, let's do it. I hit him like, yo, my next project I got coming out crazy. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I got some people on there that's hard. I'm like, I gotta have a go on there. Like, what's up? And he was like, man, what's up? Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that.
So this phone call or FaceTime, because you ain't FaceTime when he had his shirt off.
Nah. I be cracking jokes in my time. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, it was on Instagram though.
Okay, I was say Tank. He tried to get his sex.
He be in full R&B mode, but I tell him that it's either on or off with him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you gotta sell it. You gotta sell it. Yeah. I heard when you first went out there, like one of your first times, you went to think you had Thanksgiving at his crib.
Yeah. No. He invited me to his crib, but I ended up doing the barbershop tour, and it took off that time. But he had invited me to the crib. I was gonna go through for that. You know what I'm saying? That was love. The nigga, for somebody to invite you to their crib, you know what I'm saying? That's love. So I didn't go to his crib for Thanksgiving, but he invited me. I was gonna go, but I didn't want to pass up that tour opportunity. I needed that check.
All right, man, get that bread. Yeah. All right, so now you was talking about being humble and all this earlier, right? Mm-hmm. So in the interview you did with shout out to Illinois Radio, they say that at one point in time they felt like you was walking around arrogant.
I definitely was.
What do you think fed that ego and made you arrogant? What was it?
Man, I can't tell you like one, you know what I'm saying, specific thing. I think it's just being young, you know what I'm saying? And
getting a record with Fab.
Yeah, being young, record with Fab. You know, just in the sauce, lost in the sauce, feeling myself a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Biko, shout out to Biko. I went to school with him. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of flexing on him in a bit. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up having a reality check. Just had to check myself. Like, man, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that's natural. I think not everybody, but a lot of people go through those phases. Like, you know, you gotta just look in the mirror and just like, yo, you kind of tripping a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
What was the humbling moment that humbled you? Like, man, you got to come back down. Like,
man, I would just say when I was out in LA, really, you know, having to work and just, you know, it wasn't sweet out there. I was living in Chicago. I had a condo in Chicago. Everybody came through my condo in Chicago. And I had that shit on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? So it was sweet. I ain't had to work. So I'm feeling myself. The money I'm getting, I can blow it on clothes, whatever I want to do, go out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was on Section 8, so I was chilling.
Hitting the lick.
I go to LA. I go to LA, shit. Nigga got to work. You got to pay this rent. Government ain't paying your shit no more. So that's kind of was a reality check. You know what I'm saying? Thinking I'm just somebody, but I got to check in, clock at motherfucking Toys R Us. You know what I'm saying?
Toys R Us. How much was your rent? How much was the Section 8 rent?
Man, they was paying, I think they was giving me like a band, and I had to pay $100.
Shit, this motherfucker hit the
lick, what?
Motherfucking lick.
And like I had found like a private owner, so the condo was like decent, super decent. You know what I'm saying? Super decent. But everybody ended up coming to the crib. Like Chop came through there all the time. Dreezy came through there. Murder Beats was in there all the time. Like King Louis shot a video in there. Like. You know what I'm saying? My homie over here tell you everybody was at that crib. So I want to go back and buy that motherfucker now.
No, so you was the man out here. How old was you when this was going down?
22, 23.
You 22, got the song Fab, got the condo.
Everybody coming through, got a view. You know.
Was you with your lady at the time?
I had just got with her. You know,
so now you got what? Beautiful bad little. Oh yeah, you could might tell you nothing.
You know, like feeling myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. You know, just go. You know, come with experience, but. I'll never go back to acting. See myself acting like that.
I wanted to, because I also want to touch on that too, like, you know, transitioning and moving to LA, because I think it was just one video. I mean, we posted this on What's the Word back in the day. I don't know if you was even in tune with the brand back, but it was you and your lady. Y'all made this cover to I want to say with the Daniel Caesar song.
Yeah.
That shit went everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know that.
Like that shit was like a viral. Like everybody was reposting that shit, and I saw that shit. I'm like, this shit dope as hell. Like, was that actually you and her singing, or y'all was just on some TikTok shit?
No, that was actually her singing. She sings. She just dropped a single. She sings. So she been singing along with me. Okay. So that was actually us singing. I think we might do a project or something. I think that'd be dope.
That shit was hard. Like that shit was real hard.
Appreciate that.
What I was gonna say, like, cause I think somebody told me like y'all been like meme. It's like y'all always be like memes and shit and like goals and shit. Like, man. Like how was that? Like seeing yourself on the internet as a meme or just being a goal?
Man, when it first happened, we was just kind of like caught off. Like I say, it's just people you don't know. You just post some shit and then it just ended up becoming a meme. Like it was a photo like that we just took. Like I think my brother took the photo. And yeah, with the hat on, that shit ended up becoming a meme. Like Tyrese was posting it, all types of motherfuckers posting it. It was just crazy. I was like, damn, I wish I would have just tagged our names on that bitch because that motherfucker went everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't playing. Me and her really just be chilling. I've been with her for like 7 years now.
Okay.
So we really just be cooling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and shit just be happening.
So that mean y'all locked in. So you locked in with your girl. You know what I mean? So it's like, how was it? Transitioning from being Chicago with a man with your girl, because you know what it is when you on top, the girls they love you when you on top. Was it any rocky roads in a relationship when you went to LA and were struggling?
I mean, always, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, and that was like early in our relationship. That was like 3 years in, you know what I'm saying? So being that 3 year mark, it was just a lot of, you know, just bickering, you know what I'm saying? Disagreements, niggas frustrated because we struggling, you know what I'm saying? But I fuck with my lady because she, you know what I'm saying? She attractive young lady. But she really like down to earth, you know what I'm saying? She be playing video games. You'll look at it, you'll never think so. She play video games. She really just be chilling. She not materialistic. You know, she want to be fly like any other woman, you know, but
that's
she ain't really, she not based on that. She could have been trying to go get a nigga with some money on LA if she really wanted to, you know, at that time. You know, we out there. I'm the one working, so. But no, she stuck with me, you know what I'm saying? She ended up getting a job too. So I was at Toys R Us, she was at Babies R Us. And we rolled out together. That's why, like, I'm locked in with her forever.
That's the name of the project, R.Us.
Ain't that shit crazy? I was like, look, because I was working there, and then they was like, well, we got this spot over. I'm like, well, y'all can hire my shit. And she ended up going over there.
What was like one of the most frustrating nights out of L.A., y'all grinding, trying to make it happen, and it's just like, what was one of the most frustrating parts of that?
Man, I would say like just not being able to do like, you know, the things that we really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? We came out there for. Had to put that shit on hold because we had, you know, bills and shit. So that was really the most frustrating part, like, you know, not being able to pull up to these events and network or get in the studio because, you know, a lot of the time we had to go to work and shit like that. So I would say that was one of the most frustrating things, really, you know.
I think that the answer that you just gave with that just like complete transparency that a lot of people don't give when they go to LA. They just think like, I'm going to Cali, I'm about to make it. It's real. But like that should be real.
Yeah.
That shit real. Do you regret making that move? Or?
Man, I don't regret nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because it make you, what you do make you who you are today, you know, in this very moment. So no, I don't regret it at all. Like in that moment you would have told me, I'd be like, man, I should have never left. But looking back now, like, no, I don't regret nothing. And with my story, like, I don't mind saying, like, I worked. I don't mind saying I was on Section 8. I don't mind saying that when I was a shorty, my lights was off and we moved this many times. Like, I'm not hiding nothing because where I'm at now, you know what I'm saying? I made it, you know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff I have coming up, I'm not the type of person that like to talk about what I have coming up, but like what I have coming up, I know what's fun, you know? I'm at where I want to be, you know? Got a studio at the crib that artists get to come through. I give sessions away every month to just somebody we just tagged is dope, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in a good position and that just come with just being humble, you know what I'm saying? Keeping faith in God and just, man, trying to get back, you feel me?
Nah, that's valid, bro. That's valid. I mean, I like to get into these questions before I get into all the, you know, everybody else want to, you know what I'm saying, talk about the simple shit, like why you said, like the fab shit, like you saying, I know that's like the glory of the shit, but I by me watching you from afar, I feel like it's more to you, and I like to want to get into that story. Like,
and I appreciate that because you allowing people to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might look at me and be like, oh, he a pretty boy. I just think he, and it's not that. I'm just like, I done been through a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been through a lot to get to this point. So I appreciate you giving me a chance to tell that story. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you telling it, man. Cause I remember before I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna get to another question. I remember when we first like locked in, which I don't know if it was like, I think it was he came to the radio station with, I think he was with Fab.
I was with Fab, yeah. That's when I first met you.
Yeah, first time I met you. And he was with Fab, we locked in, got numbers, and it was just cool ever since then. You know what I'm saying? We had exchanges. I still wanted, me and the family need to have a talk, man. Cause we like, you sitting on the record and I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. You know
which record you talking about?
The So Tough joint, man. Everybody I let hear that record, everybody play that record feed me. They like, man, this shit hard when this come out. Like, I'm like, see, this is what I be seeing. I be wanting to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gotta have a talk. Like family, like who up in charge.
So look, so the fam about to take this next step. And I think once we take this next step, then I think it's gonna be, that record gonna be where it's supposed to. It's at like 1 million something right now. Or wait, it's like 900 on Spotify and like 300 on like Apple. So together it's like 1 million. And sleeping. So
and that's what numbers don't lie, right? So that's what, like, I wouldn't say lack of promotion, but I don't feel like it got the promotion that it should have. You know what I'm saying? So if it's doing numbers like that just organically, bro, you out of here.
Exactly. But you know, once they do that, put that push, it's gone. But you know, I understand too. I'm from the crib, Chicago. Like R&B ain't super pushed. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I don't feel no type of way. It's just like it's gonna come. Like
I won't even say a super push. It's just you got to figure out who to be around the right people and know how to push it.
You right.
And I think that's what it is for artists. Like a lot of shit. That's what I'm trying to do. Build the crib, man. I'm trying to put everybody in position where they know, like, all right, this the lane you need to go to this, because the hip hop lane, what every rapper go through ain't gonna be the same thing for a singer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, and I'm trying to build the career too. Like, shout out to my dog Terrell. He was the one that helped me start the studio, and then he ended up like letting me take it over fully. You know, on the business side, we worked it out. He let me take it over fully, but I wanted to have something in brick and mortar here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot of big artists in Chicago, but they ain't got nothing in brick and mortar here. So these kids, these new artists can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Ye. Like, imagine if Ye had a good music building here. You know what I'm saying? On Michigan Ave that they could see. Like, damn, that's the record label right there. Like, you know, I got the studio here, so I'm building it up just to. I'm gonna do a program where like kids with good grades, we're gonna give them free studio time, stuff like that.
Oh, dope.
So yeah, but at the end of this year, I'm in a shared building right now at the end of this year, I'm planning on like getting my own building, and then I'm really gonna open it up too.
Oh, so you going crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, so who gave you the game on the entrepreneurship and the business and just, you know what I'm saying, having that presence at the career? Who was that? What really, sparked that?
Really just being around and observing. But early out, I was in CB Mix studio a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's who I started out with. I was in his studio a lot. He taught me a lot. You know, I did a lot for him on he scratched my back, he scratched his. So I just learned from him on the studio side. You know, engineering, I picked up a lot from him too. But then on the business side, I just was really just like I say, being around, observing, asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Taking it in like a sponge. I tried the studio before, it didn't work out. But then I took what I did wrong before and applied it again. And shit going crazy now.
What I like about you, bro, is you persistent, bro. Like you persistent. You keep telling about these stories, you keep talking about these hardships, about these bumps in the road, and you just keep going. And it's like the pressure making a diamond for real. So that shit
That's
dope.
life, man.
That shit dope.
Ain't shit smooth in life.
We talking about being a businessman and just entrepreneur. How was it just as a provider? You know, you just got your beautiful little girl. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations again on that. How was it for being a provider for a family during the pandemic?
Man,
especially you had a baby born during the pandemic.
It was crazy because it was, as you know, it was a lot of uncertainty. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was winging it. It's not like we could look and go read some books or what happened, what we could do. It wasn't no information out there. So it was just tough. You know what I'm saying? Really stressful because you got to make sure every decision you make got to be the right one. You know what I'm saying? During last year. So fortunately, we ended up keeping the stew open. And I asked my engineers, I was like, if y'all want to work, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You know, everything that's going on. And they was like, no, we in here. You know, things like so they needed, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had to survive. So, and mad artists were still coming through. So by the grace of God, fortunately, I still did pretty well during the pandemic. And then I signed my deal. I had my daughter. So it wasn't too bad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So before we get into the deal, you know what I'm saying? Having your daughter during COVID-19, like how was that? I know that had to be like an experience because you can't be in the hospital, you can't have people around like the regular way. So how was that?
That shit was it was hectic. Because my lady wanted to have a natural birth at first, and she was preparing for that this whole time, and then 2 weeks before we about to had a baby, they was like, we can't do it because of COVID. So she was bummed about that. But the hospital we was at was a really, really good hospital. Like you say, some people with some couples had babies and the dad couldn't even be in the delivery room. But fortunately, I was able to be in the delivery room. I was there with her, so it was cool. It was just a lot of precautions. They got us in. We was only there for 1 day. She had a baby. We was out like one night and he was out the next day. So they was quick. So COVID was crazy. It was wild. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want anybody to have a baby during that or have to experience that. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Having a kid is like celebration of life. It was just real hectic during COVID.
Yeah. And there's moments you can't even get back.
Yeah, couldn't take no pictures. They let me record real quick, but it was just I couldn't have no photographer in there. There's no more things you could do. I couldn't really do it. It was just, we had this kid. I'll make sure she baby good. All right, get y'all up out of here.
Yeah. I know that was tough.
Yeah.
Having a newborn fresh at the crib like that.
Yeah. And then my kid was in that crib for like 9 months. Never seen her outside. It's a COVID baby, you know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I took her outside, she felt the air. Like I never forget the reaction on her face.
Okay, now you gotta explain to me that because I never even looked at it like that. Like she was born during COVID, she haven't seen outside.
I was like the prime. I had my daughter April 10th, her birthday coming up. So that was a prime pandemic. That's when the city had first shut down. It was real strict. So she was indoors the whole time. Never went outside unless she had to go to a doctor's appointment. But we had her like under like the little like the raincoat plastic things for like if it's raining outside, we had her on one of them. So she had never felt like natural air. And man, she felt the wind. It was crazy. I didn't even, like you say, I ain't even think of it like you. Like I ain't think nothing of it. But yeah, like you were saying, like I had never really thought about it neither. You know what I'm saying? It's something so simple as that. So when I saw her reaction in the air, I was like, damn, she never been outside. Like outside.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're gonna go into you signing to the family on FaceTime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right after your daughter was born, right? Right before. Okay.
On my birthday, I signed.
Okay, you signed on your birthday. When your birthday?
29th of March.
29th of March. Okay. Yeah. Happy belated birthday, brother.
Appreciate it.
So you signed to the family on FaceTime with some weird shit, like, but it was dope because I mean, with the time it's COVID.
Never been done before.
Yeah, so you ain't even get to have what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
So, how did you get in contact with Fab, and how did it get to here to where y'all get signed?
Man, was Fab. It was like he might have heard my name floating around maybe because I had when I first started music, I had went to New York. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I had like an A&R interview with or A&R meeting with Lenny S. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Shout out to
And
Lenny S.
shout out to Lenny. And Lenny was just like, you got it. I can see the potential in you, but you still got mad work to do. Kept it hella transparent with me. You know what I'm saying? Took notes during the whole time. Let me know what it was. So then I went back to the shop. I was motivated though. Had a meeting with Lenny. Woo. Fast forward, Instagram popping now. Instagram lit. Everybody off Facebook. Everybody on Instagram now. It's new. So what I used to do is like every night. I still do it sometimes, not. But every night I would just slide in all the DMs, hit all the DMs at night, just send at least 50 a night. And it was new. A lot of people didn't know how to work it. And back then on Instagram, it wasn't no general primary request. It was just like if you got a message that came through.
Right.
I guess Fab was new to it. You know what I'm saying? So he opened my message and seen it, read it. It said red. I'm like, oh shit, it's lit. So I hit him again like, yo, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I got some joints I think you'll rock with, man. I just need an email. Read it. They ain't say nothing back. I wait like a week. I'm persistent though. Like I say, you can't get in your feelings. You just gotta be patient and be chill. So then I'm a wordsmith like he is. You know what I'm saying? I like to play with words. So I was like, look, I said, I think I got some joints that you would like. I can't say you will or you won't. I'm like, but I'm hungry. I'm not thirsty. I'm like, I just need the email. If you rock with him, cool. If you don't, I'm not finna keep hitting you. You know what I'm saying? He sent me his email. And then I just started flooding with joints. And I was rocking with Murder at the time, Murder Beats.
Okay.
He had the old tag. So I had like 5 or 6 joints that had custom demos of a Murder Beats. I sent them those. He wasn't really rocking with him at the time. But he always kept it to me like, man, you dope. Like, just keep sending me stuff though. So then I sent him one joint. It was a beat I had grabbed off of YouTube. And I sent him a joint. And before he did the joint project with Jadakiss, he was gonna do one with Jeezy. Yeah. And the joint, and I sent him a hook on a beat. Like I smashed it. It was called Love at First Sight. And him and Jeezy it was gonna be for the him and Jeezy project. I wish that would have happened. That would have been crazy.
Shit,
first
I wish it would have happened too.
Out the gate, first, you know what I'm saying? Hook would have been Fab and Jeezy, but
yeah, it
didn't end up happening. I ended up giving that to King Louis. He used it on one of his projects.
What song?
Love at First Sight.
Okay.
So I always kept in contact with Fab. It was real cool. And then I had did the Hotline Bling remix, Trap Line Bling.
Mm-hmm.
And I had cut it and I put it out. Fake shout out to Andrew, Fake sure posted it for me and a bunch of other blogs. Sent it to Fab, just listen to like, yo, check this out on some, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, I'm working on a summertime shootout series. Like, I would like to use this. I'm like, man, I recorded at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, all the joints I recorded at the studio, you took the joint at the crib. So I had to like hit Andrew, I had to hit everybody, have him pull the joint down, and they end up making the Summertime Shootout 1. And I knew it had really made it because, when the hoverboards had came out, Fab had, he was on the hoverboard leaving the airport, and he was playing Trap Line Bling through the hoverboard, and everybody started like sending me the record, tagging me. I'm like, oh, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? And then he ended up sending me his number. He ended up asking me what my number was. And so I'm like, send me your number, I'm gonna hit you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So I'm just chilling at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, everybody always do the crib. We was just chilling one day and he ended up calling me. I'm like, yo, hello. Like, yo, what's Josh? You know how he talk. Josh K, what's good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, who this? And he like, oh, this Fab. I'm like, who? He like, Fab. I'm like, oh, hold on. Put the phone on me. I'm like, yo, this Fab. I think he was there. I'm like, yo, this Fab, bro. I'm like, this Fab. I'm like, damn. Now, I'm immediately like, oh, yo, what's good? My bad. I was taking care. He's like, yeah, no, it was good. I'm like, what you? He's like, what you on? I'm like, in the shop. I'm like, what you on? Man, out in LA, just catching the vibe. Woo, woo. He's like, yeah, but like, I was just letting you know, like, I really like the Trap Line Bling. I'm just letting you know it's official. It's going to be on the project. So just be on the lookout for that. You need something, let me know. I'm like, all right, bet. And then from there, I just built the relationship with him. I know it's kind of a windy story. And then D-Lo ended up like, D-Lo is like popping at the point. I was always cool with D-Lo. And he went to Miami. He was out there on tour. He was like, yeah, come pull up. You know what I'm saying? I'm performing. So I'm like, cool. And Fab was there too. So I was like, I'm going to go. So I ended up going out there by myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I get out there, stay there with my homie's crib. I get to the club. I missed him getting in the club. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn. I'm not finna get in. You know what I'm saying? I hear him like, yo, I'm outside. And then he ain't saying nothing back. I'm like, it's dead. And he didn't hit me back like, yo, my bad, I was walking through, you know, it's hectic, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm gonna send somebody for you. Nigga, how many artists gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? Once they in there, they in there. Niggas is not gonna come get you, they not gonna respond. He made sure I was good, and then the whole time Miami, he was like, yeah, after the club, he was like, yeah, tomorrow I got another, link up with me at Prime. If you wanna, you know what I'm saying, side me, cool. I linked up with him, I hopped in the truck with him, and that's when I really, really built the relationship with him.
Building a relationship with him.
Yep. And I just kept in tune with him, I just sent him joints all the time. And then Feeling Myself, the joint that we did, was supposed to be on Summertime Shootout too, but he ain't had time enough to finish it. So then he was like, yo, you can have it if you want it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I be getting verses. Niggas be giving me verses. He gave me
That's like having somebody like Fab with the cosign is crazy. The majority of that story I already heard, but I need you to tell them what's the word. You told them all the rest of the platform. we gotta get it. But the shit with the D-Lo in the Miami and like that shit dope. Like I ain't even know Fab had it. Like that's some thorough. I already looked at him as a thorough dude, but like that's some thorough shit. That's why he one of my top 5 favorite rappers.
Yeah. That moment let me know he was thorough though, because I'd been in Chicago, been out in the club scene, knew how it was. And for him to send somebody to come get me and then put me in the section, make sure I'm cool, like niggas wouldn't do that, bro.
Definitely wouldn't, especially for a kid they don't even know like that.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? I got a song with him, yeah, but it's like he don't even know me. So.
And
then the next day, like, yeah, come pull up on me, come just, you know what I'm saying? You out here by yourself, come kick it with me, you know what I'm saying?
That's love. Yeah. So now I see the praise and the joy and how people want to get behind you now because you got the Fab cosign. Yeah. What's been the negative feedback from that?
Man, I didn't hear people say, "Oh, it was too early." Like it was planned. Like the cosign or feature was a planned thing. Like none of this was planned. This was all organic. You know, I got email trade. Everything is all organic. Some people don't like my music still. Like it's just one DJ. You know what I'm saying? He pretty in Chicago. He had tweeted some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been about 2 years now, and I got this shit in my phone because I know we take this next step, and when it happen, I'm gonna post that shit and tag that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember you said this dumb shit? What's up now? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, tough shit. It's just like, be careful with your words because words can be a sword. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we know how Chicago motherfuckers is. As soon as you get hot, they want to be your best friend.
Yeah.
I want to touch on that, because I was in the Clubhouse conversation that time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to go into detail. Yeah. But you did say something to me that sparked out to me during that conversation. You were saying like, why is it that people in Chicago that's in play let talented artists like you come get signed by somebody like Fab? Yeah. And it's not just you. I mean, we got a whole list of artists that just came out the city in the past 5 years. That all these people that got A&R jobs, they're supposed to be these top DJs, they got all these plugs. Like they want to be buddy when the artist's own, but they just can't identify talent. So
or they can, they just don't want. They just like, nah.
No, I want the quick bag. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was trying to say on Clubhouse, and bro took it as if I was directing it towards him. I'm just saying like, nah, like, you know what the topic was. I'm like, I just got a bone to pick because like, it's artists out here doing big things and y'all overlooking them. You know what I'm saying?
And this is no disrespect to nobody. Yeah. I just really want to know, like, what do you feel? Why do you feel like? Because people say Chicago, you can't make it here, you can't get it here. Why do you feel like that? First of all, do you feel like that?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. Because I done been to LA. I ain't make it there in LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, Polo ain't making it in LA. Polo was here first.
That's facts.
Signed a deal, moved to LA, but he was here, got popping here. Keith got popping here. Dirk got popping here. So Chance got popping here. Who from Chicago left and got on in the last 10 years? I can't name anybody that left the crib and then got on. Everybody got on that's popping in Chicago here. Herb got on right here. Nicki hopped on Herb's song right here. He was here. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people use that as an excuse a lot. Like, you can't get on in Chicago. It's hard. And Chicago a hard city to live in, period. But if you can make it in Chicago, as they say, you good anywhere else. That's why if you go anywhere, you be like, I'm from Chicago. "Oh, you from Chicago?" Because they know it's a tough city.
So are you staying or you gonna go to Atlanta?
No, I'ma stay. I'ma stay. I ain't gonna sit and say I might not never move out, but I'ma stay. You know what I'm saying? And if I do move out, I'ma always record my albums here because it's just the feeling here is different. Like when I was in LA, I was recording different shit because the vibe is different. That's why I peeped that. That's why Kanye go different places and record different albums because you feel different where you at.
Okay.
So he probably in Wyoming because he like the vibe he getting in Wyoming.
More of a spiritual piece.
I'm like street R&B. I need to be around this environment.
Need to be around some. I don't want to get Chicago negative connotation, but I get it. I get it. So how is Fab as a businessman? Because Fab don't sign nobody.
Yeah.
Like I know people like I see the Chicago feedback, but how's the New York feedback been? Because it's like hella artists in New York, hella artists in Brooklyn. He go get a Chicago R&B motherfucker at that.
They fuck with me in New York.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I was getting way more love in New York than Chicago. It was flip flop at first. I was getting a lot of love in New York before Chicago. Chicago, no shade to my city. It's just they wasn't really fucking with the R&B. It wasn't that wave yet, or they just hadn't heard of me. You know what I'm saying? Fab's such a mogul in New York that he was rocking with me multiple times. So they started picking up on who I was. But on the business side, Fab be on his shit. He taught me how to move correctly. You know what I'm saying? In this industry, so you safe. You know what I'm saying? If I got any questions on the business side, he gonna try to answer to his best of his ability. And if not, he not gonna never answer something that he doesn't know it as if he knows it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I heard that he gave you 100% of your publishing.
Yep.
Okay, was that originally in the deal, or how did that go?
On the legal side, I know. I think his attorneys probably just sent out they probably sent out a standard contract. Just you know what I'm saying? As anyone send out a standard contract, and it's up to you to negotiate what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, no shade to Rich Homie Quan. He said it himself. He got his contract. He said he didn't even read it. He just signed it. So on the business side, music is business. So it's up to you to read your contract. So of course, he ain't Fab. When it comes down to like the final stages of the deal, he gonna be there, in the beginning, but the legal gonna send it out in the beginning, his legal team. So they just sent out a standard contract. I looked at it, I knew my shit. And I had another homie, Chef Tone is.
Sound familiar.
Yeah, he from Chicago. He did like a lot of Bieber shit. A lot of stuff with Kels in the beginning. I had, what I'm saying? I thank him because I was able to call upon him and ask him like, yo, what should, and he be like, man, if I had a situation, I would do this, and I, took that advice and used it on my contract, and then I sent it back. I just asked for it. He was cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna wind this interview down because I know you got an event tonight, but I got a few questions I gotta get and I gotta get it off my chest. All right, so what's the best advice Fab ever gave you? Man,
he be like, just keep working hard. And be patient. That's really he always tell me that, just keep your work ethic and just be patient. You know what I'm saying? Like your time is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What's your most memorable moment of being around for?
For Fab, it's a lot. We be cracking. Fab a funny dude.
Okay.
People look at Fab like he cool as hell. Like super cool. And he fun. That nigga funny as hell. Like we be cracking jokes all the time. It's a lot of memorable moments. I ain't even gonna lie. Okay. We cracking jokes all the time. IG, phone, text. It's just, you know what I'm saying? He a real cool dude.
Have you ever caught him on an off day? Because he be super fresh. Have you ever caught him on an off day where he went fresh?
Nah, he ain't never lacking.
He ain't never lacking?
Nah.
He ain't never lacking?
I didn't call him on a day where I could tell like he wasn't trying to talk that day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just typical shit. Anybody. I had days I'd be like, I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to just chill. I think we were shooting a So Tough video. That's what we were shooting a So Tough video. But the night before, he had been shooting for like 20 hours, you know what I'm saying? And I could just tell when he walked in, I'm like, yeah, he ain't trying to be bothered today. But then as the day went on, you know what I'm saying? He was like, but in the beginning, I could just tell, he just human. He human, but Fab. I done met mad people in the industry, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it because I'm signed to him. He's just like one of the realest ones. Him and Jeremiah. I rock with Jeremiah heavy.
What's your craziest Jeremiah story?
Craziest Jeremiah story? As far as like in what sense? Like
I just
just crazy.
Public don't know. Cause Jeremiah's like one of them, like we know him, but it's like people really don't know him.
I mean, Jeremiah he a real chill dude. I just like being at his crib because you just never know who gonna show. You never know who gonna pop at his crib. Like I ended up engineering a session for Jeremiah and Ashanti.
Wow,
I was engineering it. know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was dope. I met Ashanti mom or sister because she traveled with her whole family wherever she go.
Yeah, Ashanti bad.
You know what I'm saying? And Jeremiah had me engineering, like, so he put me in a lot of, you know what I'm saying, situations that I rock with. And he still put up on me every now and then.
Yeah. He just did the video. The girl, I want to know what's to that. She was all on his lap.
I seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Jeremiah, man. I'm glad he's doing better with his health with the COVID and everything.
Yeah.
That was scary.
That was tough, man.
How was it with Big Fendi? Because that's a crazy motherfucker.
Fendi's turn. I love Fendi, bro, because Fendi is who he is always. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you talk to him on FaceTime, talk to him on Clubhouse, talk to him on the phone, talk to him in person, he is who he is. Fendi, like, the life of the party, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no filter, but he respected, though, because he a real ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know not to play with Fendi, but at the same time, Fendi a real playful dude. But if he fuck with you, it's for a reason, and he gonna fuck with you forever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, I do want to ask you this, man, and you can just talk about it how you want to talk about it. I do know, Fab, my man's 100 grand from afar. Like, I fuck with him hard as far as music and just how you carry yourself. But, he was in some shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to go too deep in the man business. Did you ever get any, like, backlash, or was it, like, people around, like, do you really want to be around that? Because, it's still a lot of people that just still ain't forgave him from that situation.
I mean, they don't even know the whole situation. People always judge it from afar. You know what I'm saying? You always got to take that to accountability. Like, people just need to mind their business, really. Like, but really, like, they don't know the situation. Like, they just judging off what they see on social media. But yeah, I remember when that had happened. Like, somebody had slid in my DM. Like, you need to stay far away from him. Like what? I know exactly who it was, and they still be trying to talk to me to this day. And now they dick riding him again. You know what I'm saying? I still talk to him. I realize I peep it for what it is, though. Like, I was like, when they told me, I'm like, nah, bro, like, you tweaking. Like, this my dog. Like, you need to go on with that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just be talking, and people just, if it's on Shade Room,
they feel like it's facts.
It's Bible. Like,
nah,
man, just mind your business, bro. If you don't know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Stay out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Fab, man. Shout out to that answer, man. Shout out to Fab for reposting when we what's the word, put you on the 2020 Chicago Artist Watch List. Fab reposted, he shared that in his story, man. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all doing that too. I ain't even know, you know what I'm saying? I seen it, I'm like, oh, it's lit.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we had to, man. I really feel like I feel like 2020, y'all got robbed. That class of 2020 got robbed because there was a lot of people in that. I feel like if they could have had a full year in the run, y'all was gonna do some damage.
Yeah. But we funny he back up though. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, it's proof in the pudding, like, you know what I'm saying? We don't really miss with our list like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, and your list is true. So I know, like, when you posted it, it wasn't no like clout chasing, it wasn't no dick riding, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just do this. No, that's how you really felt. Like, you be switching your shit up all the time, niggas be getting mad. You do you. So I know when I seen that, I'm like, he really fuck with my music. You know what I'm saying? That made me go. I think I went to the studio that day. I think I recorded something else.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm expiring, motherfucker.
For sure.
You see that shit?
You are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, as an artist, I don't care what nobody say. Grammys, lists, that shit matter. You know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole said, he was doing all this good shit, but that one nigga that told him he could have went harder on the verse, that's what stuck with him. You know what I'm saying? That shit matter.
Oh, man. Yo. I'm glad motherfuckers paying attention, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like how you got it took, I'm gonna say it took you a while, but like how you worked and grinded, get your nod and get your respect. Like, it's the same thing in this media game. Like, motherfuckers grinded. Like, we on 10 years, what's the word? I started this shit in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it take that time. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's now everybody gonna be hearing you like, man, why you ain't interviewing me? And,
I'm getting that shit now.
Come with it, man. You know?
You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get this shit going, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna, when it's that time, it's that time. It just gotta make sense.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate him having me on here, man. It's one of the first, like, this mean a lot to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Shit, we got many more to do, bro.
Yeah.
So, last question. I always ask people this when it's like first time I talk to them. When you gonna talk, we locked in.
Yeah, we locked in.
What's that defining moment you looking for when you be like, yo, I made it?
The defining moment when I feel like I made it? I would feel like when, I want to answer this correctly too. Let me think about it for a second. That defining moment of when I made it, I would feel like that when I'm just like, I can wake up every day and really just truly do whatever it is I want. know what I'm saying? I have financial freedom now, but it's not like I can just go buy a Lambo or I can just go take a trip for 10 days. You know what I'm saying? Like where I feel like I made it when I can absolutely do what I want. I could just wake up one day and be like, man, I feel like going to Miami and just go. And I feel like going to, you know what I'm saying, Disney World with my kid and just go. Man, you know what? Man, my mom struggled. Let's go get her a crib today. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about money. It's just being able to live life, like live how I want. Peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's really what it is. I wouldn't say it's a defining moment. It's really just being able to, based off my childhood, being able to live my life. You know what I'm saying? Give my daughter the life that, you know, I would say, didn't have. No shade to my mom. My mom was going crazy, doing all that she could, but just, you know, making sure that everything she sacrificed wasn't for waste. I say that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
That was hard, guy. I appreciate that, Will, man. Y'all, this was Josh K. Chilling with me at DTLR Studios out here in Chicago.
Follow me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never too big to plug yourself. Follow me on Instagram, The Singer Josh K. Twitter, The Singer Josh K. And you can visit my website, thesingerjoshk.com.
I feel like he just got extra smooth as hell to end
You
this
saw
shit.
how I did that? You saw how I did that? Turned the R&B on real quick. You know what I'm saying? Look at the camera for the ladies like, hey, follow me on. You know.
All right, y'all. We out.
All right.
Hey. What's up? What's the word?